They say gold has a curse, and the richest kingdom in Africa paid its price. In the burning heart of the Sahara, there once stood a kingdom so powerful, its name alone made traders tremble, Wagadu, the Empire of Gold. Caravans crossed oceans of sand chasing rumors of cities that glowed at sunset, of kings whose thrones were carved from solid gold. Some returned with riches beyond imagination, but others never came back. They say the desert swallowed them whole, guarding the gold with storms and silence. Today, no one knows where those golden cities truly stood. Only whispers remain of an empire that built its glory on gold and lost everything to it. This is the legend of ancient Ghana. Long before the name Ghana ever reached the maps of Europe, its people had already mastered the art of wealth and trade. They called their land Wagadu, a kingdom blessed with the one thing the world could never resist, gold. Beneath its soil lay rivers of treasure, and from the forests of the south came cola nuts, ivory, and slaves, traded for salt, iron, and horses from the north. Every road through the desert led to Ghana, and every trader paid tribute to its king, the man the Arabs called the King of Gold. The Arabs called him Ghana, the warrior king, but to his people, he was more than a ruler. He was the living symbol of gold itself. In the 11th century, travelers described his palace, walls glittering with copper and gold, rooms scented with incense, and a court where every judgment was made beneath the beat of royal drums. When the king appeared before his people, he sat beneath a massive canopy of silk, surrounded by 10 horses covered in gold cloth, and armed guards who never spoke, their silence a warning louder than any sword. It was said that even the dust beneath the king's sandals sparkled in the sun. He ruled from Kumbi Sala, the twin city of glory, one half a fortress of kings and nobles, the other a bustling marketplace, alive with voices from across the Sahara. From distant Morocco to the Niger River, merchants came to Kumbi Sala like moths to a flame. Here, gold changed hands faster than words, and in its glow, the empire of Ghana reached its immortal age, a civilization so grand that even its enemies bowed in awe. But even gold can rot. As Ghana's glory reached the heavens, something dark began to stir beneath the surface. The same gold that built its palaces began to poison its peace. Whispers of betrayal echoed through the royal court. Greedy merchants hoarded their riches, and the more gold they found, the less unity remained. The king's advisor spoke of omens, sandstorms that came without warning, traders who vanished into the desert, and skies that rained dust for days. Some said the gods had turned their faces away, others believed it was punishment for pride. Then came the invasion. From the north rode the Almoravids, desert warriors driven by faith and conquest. They came not for tribute, but for domination, their banners black as night, their swords glinting with desert fire. Kumbi Sala trembled. Once filled with gold and laughter, its streets turned to ashes and screams. Drums of celebration became drums of war. The empire that had ruled the sands for centuries began to bleed into history. But perhaps the strangest thing wasn't its fall. It was how quickly it happened. One moment, the city shone brighter than the sun, and the next, it was gone. Some say the Almoravids burned everything. Others claim the people of Ghana simply walked away, leaving their golden walls to the wind. Archaeologists still can't agree. No records, no graves, no signs of battle, only silence. It was as if the desert itself swallowed the empire whole, burying its gold, its power, and its story. They were never truly asleep. Maybe the ruins were only waiting for someone to listen again. The gold, the whispers, the symbols, they were never just legends. They were warnings, carved in stone, ignored by time. Because what we call lost history isn't lost at all. It's buried, hidden under centuries of silence, waiting for the few who dare to dig deeper. The empire of Ghana fell, but its heartbeat still echoes through every grain of sand. So before you scroll away, remember this. Every time you forget where Africa came from, another empire fades a little further into dust. But here, on Echoes Africa, we bring them back to life. The kings who ruled with gold instead of fear. The cities that vanished beneath storms. The mysteries that even the world's greatest historians refuse to face. We don't just tell stories here. We uncover the buried truth of Africa. So if you can still hear the whispers calling you, don't ignore them, subscribe, and let history speak again. Because one day, the sand will shift, and when it does, you'll be among the few who already know what's waking beneath.